All right, hello. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I hope everyone's doing amazing because I know I am. My name is Chad. I'm a motion designer and I'm learning to draw every day just to prove to people that it's not really that bad. Okay, just like the title says, head is getting clearer. And I'm very happy about that. I'm happy about that. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm gonna stay optimistic. Another thing I need to do is read. I need to read now more than any other time because man, things are interesting. Things are very interesting. It's people are complicated. I've come in contact with a lot of people and they're complicated. But yeah, uh, yesterday's reference is very interesting. Was very interesting, and I really loved the process. I loved how I went about it, and I loved how dynamic I made it. I think I just figured out gesture drawing. I think. I think I just figured it out. Let me see if I can hear myself very well. Let me see if I can. This is, you can hear me, right? Let me see if I can. This is, you can hear me, right? Yeah. I noticed that the music was a little too, what's the opposite of loud? Too quiet. So let's up that up real quick. And, yeah. Let's just get into it. Let's choose email reference. I'm not scared of complicated poses or complicated shapes or complicated things anymore. It has become fun to do them, actually. Look at this. Look at this dude. Look at the top of his head. Ooh. I've done these multiple times. Maybe we can do another one. Look at this dude. Look at the top of his head. Oh, this is fun. I think animation would help me a lot, actually. Trying to animate these frame by frame, I think it would help me quite a bit. It would help me understand like shapes and how they relate to each other. All right. By the way, we lost all of our brushes. I don't know how that happened, but we did, and that sucks. It sucks. It absolutely blows. But here we are. All right. Let's do this thing. This woman is pretty skinny. Bean shape looking eye. See, that's interesting. Because it's like this, but... Oh my god, she's very skinny. Holy crap. She looks like the dude. She looks a bit like the dude from Stranger Things. That one kid. Y'all know what I'm talking about. There it is. That's the first. This one's a bit complicated. Like, how do you approach it? You know what I mean? I guess we can do the action line first. Because this is clear, like this is simple, just go like this. And this is, right, this goes here. You have a leg here. You have a leg here. I'm not gonna. I messed it up. That's okay. Actually. There. It's almost in the middle, really, but it's up there. I don't know how you can have like such long arms, first of all. And have them so skinny as well. Have we been thinking about the S curve and the C curves and the B curves and the D curves? I don't think we have. Let's start thinking about them. Alright, so this is a straight. Maybe we can think about those later. Let me just lay out like the basic shapes first. There. But we can say like this is a straight. And this is a straight. And it meets this is a C. There's no S's here, is there? We can. This is a straight. Everything about her is a straight. Like, I can't even start thinking about an S curve or a C curve. He's very skinny. The proportions. Oh my god. There is no way, bro. That's horrible. That's so bad. All right, let's think about shape. You like this. This is like this, and maybe this was not the right approach, you know. Oh, haha, that's funny. And this is like this, and then we have this, right? Breasts are down here somehow. And then we have the leg. This length here is about the same as the length here. Something I'm doing is wrong. Maybe it should be closer here. However, it's not. All right, that's enough. I gave myself too much time to think. Now we just lay strokes. I ate ice cream actually today. And I know this ain't the time, but sometimes a brother gotta eat ice cream, you know? This one's gonna be fast. I think that this one feels the best. And I'm happy I did it because you know, the less I let myself think about it, the better it is. I noticed. Kimberly, we got Kimberly in the chat. What's up, Kimberly? Hello. How are you, Kimberly? Long time no freaking see. What's up? What's up? Let's grab this one. Turn it into a smart object. Put this sucker here. Boom, boom. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. I'm good, just got my house back to myself after Christmas. How was your holiday? How was my holiday? That's a good question. It was, yeah, we didn't celebrate. At least not me. We don't celebrate Christmas actually, but usually I grab the family, I gather the family, we watch a movie, and we get, eat some cake. We didn't do that. And that's because I'm working. I'm getting a bit busy to do that. So yeah, but we don't like get a national holiday or anything like that in order for us to have some time to celebrate. But yeah, we ain't complaining. It's cold though. It's very cold, which is why I'm wearing this, and I'm wearing something under it, and I'm wearing something under it, and I'm wearing something under it. Oh, gotcha. I'm not religious like the present law. What's the temperature and where are you? I'm in, how do I describe this? North, yeah, it's North Africa. It's Tunisia. And it's very cold. Like, it's cold. But yeah, I'm not religious. It's, yeah, we don't celebrate here just because we're not Christians. Like, I know, like, Christmas is beyond, religion at this point. Like, every person celebrates it. In the West, that is. But we don't. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's a celebration thing. It's whatever, Like, what is Christmas anyways? Like, is it the actual birth of, quote unquote, the birth of Christ? Or is it the birth of Santa? Or whose birthday it is? Why do you celebrate? Like, where did that come from? Do you know? Do I have to look it up? So how are you feeling about your progress with the drawing? It's the birth of Christ, but stolen from pagan religion. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's what I heard. But it's not really, it's not actually the birth of Christ, though, is it? Like the date is wrong, as far as I know. I'm not sure. Yep. But the progress with drawing, I'm actually very excited about it. I feel like I'm at a point where, yeah, he definitely wasn't born on December 25th. Yeah. Um, I don't know. Do you want to get religious? Because I don't know. It's just weird. It's a weird concept to think that God was born, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, how do you, I don't know, I love talking about religion. Good, okay, yeah. It's just that a lot of Christians do follow Christianity without even realizing that a lot of it doesn't make sense. Like the birth of God. How do you, I don't even know how to put it in words. How is God conceived? How can you conceive God, right? And if the person who conceived God, like, what is the person who conceived? Is it God? It must be, right? Because it gave birth to God. It's like the whole thing is very, I don't know how to, I don't want to offend anyone, but it's really, it doesn't make sense. But yeah, we can talk about drawing if you want. But yeah, when it comes to my religion, we don't believe that Jesus was God. I don't pretend to believe because I am just nothing in the scene of things. I was a Christian until 19-ish. I realized it doesn't make sense because the God you believe is regional. Regional? Is that what you mean? Yeah. Yeah, Christianity, it's very unfortunate because Christianity can drive people, the people who actually think. It can drive them away from religion, but not only that, it can take them to the other extreme. I know a YouTuber who, like, I am Christian because I was born in US. You have a different religion because North Africa. Yeah, see, that's the thing though. If you are a certain religion because your parents were a certain religion, then you're not really on that religion, you're just following. Which is not really, all seems so unfair for an all-loving God. Okay, God is not all-loving. Let's just make that clear. But I feel like a person needs to investigate, and they need to look through the evidence and do research, do very thorough research to find the truth. If you are following the religion of your parents, you're not really doing anything, you're just like being there, right? My favorite religion I've searched is Brahma Kumaris. Okay, let's look that up. Chicken Kumaris. Brahma Kumaris. What is that? Very interesting. Brahma Kumaris is a spiritual movement that originated in Hyderabad. Hyderabad, Sindh, during the 1930s. Founded by, I can't pronounce that name, the organization teaches the importance of moving beyond labels associated ... The thing is, if something is man-made and nobody is claiming that it is from God, for me at least, then it's not worth investigating. It might have some spiritual aspects to it, and these spiritual aspects can be quite beneficial for an average human being or for a human being, but that doesn't mean it's the truth. If it's man-made, then there must be something wrong, because we're imperfect, and the only person who's perfect is God. It basically says different parts of the world needs different prophets, and God came to everyone in the form they needed or most benefited from. That's a very interesting take. Because, okay, now I'm going to advocate for my religion, right? Because I follow Islam. And in Islam, it does say that there have been multiple prophets that have been sent throughout the times, at least the olden times, all over the globe. However, we don't know all of them. When it comes to Christianity and Islam are very, they have some similarities. But there are some prophets that we know of, like the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or Jesus. Jesus is a prophet, we believe. David is a prophet. Solomon is a prophet. Those are the prophets that the books, what do you call them? The Torah, the Injil, and the Quran. Like, what do you call these? Are the divine books. There's a name for them. Anyways, the three books. There are prophets that the Gospels. Yeah, the Gospels. That's when it comes to Christianity. We call them something else. We call our book the Quran. But there are prophets mentioned there, and it's confirmed. Like, we know their stories, we know their stuff, and we know like the lessons that we have to get from them. However, God tells in Islam, it tells that there are multiple prophets that we don't know of that have been sent to areas that we don't know of. And so the reason is, and it that basically agrees with what you described there. It's going to be unfair for a person to be judged at the end of times by something that he didn't get or that didn't reach him. So for example, if a prophet came to me and told me about the ways how like I can be saved and I can go to heaven, but that prophet didn't, or the message of the prophet didn't reach you, then that's very unfair, because you didn't know, but I did. And God would not do anybody like that. Yeah. And so there are multiple prophets that we don't know of. But we know is that everybody, the message reached. So Islam, he wouldn't do that. Yeah, okay, so I don't know if, let me get things clear so we're on the same page. Islam is the name of the religion. Our God, or we call Allah, like Allah is the name of our God in Arabic. Yes. However, we're in times where there's internet, there's information going all over the world. It's very hard for a person to miss the message, right? But still, in case, I'm just gonna finish this thought really quick, and I'm gonna answer your question. In case somebody really didn't get the message, and I'm saying like really never heard about about any religion that is true, right? Or didn't get the chance to investigate. In that case, in the day of judgment, he will get another, like a different treatment from others that did get the message, but they didn't follow it. And so he would be judged based on other criteria, right? And that's how fair God is, if you think about it. Would he be okay with those that haven't discovered him? That's what I think I answered that. I think. Let me know. That's a lovely idea. It is. It's very interesting, and it's what I think is that in Islam, what I believe, even though like I'm not really I don't think Christian God is okay with that. See, I don't even know where to start, because in that just in that sentence, I don't think Christian God. A lot of Christians don't believe that. Maybe like for I think they're called unitary Christians. I don't know. There's a section of Christians that believe there's only one God, but most of Christians believe that there's three gods: the Holy Spirit, the Father, and Jesus, right? Which doesn't even make any freaking sense. And their argument is like, oh yes, I never grasped that. Yeah, and you can't. And no matter how much they try to make sense of it, they always end up like contradicting themselves. Like there are three persons in one being, and they start introducing like these terminology and trying to get smart on you, but it really is just it simply doesn't make sense. And what's more bizarre is that the mention of the Trinity is never there in the Bible. You can look up anything, like every verse in the Bible, and you will not find it. The idea of the Trinity was introduced in the Roman times, because when Christianity was introduced to the Romans, back when the Romans used to believe in in Zeus and all that methodology, sort of like the religion got mixed with those fairy tales, and so the idea of a Trinity slowly sinked in, and the Roman Church, instilled the idea of the Trinity. Obviously, reading and books were very scarce. And education was not very universal back then, which is something that the church took advantage of, and they changed whatever they wanted to change, and they gave the people like, this is your gospel now, believe in it, and people unfortunately did. But if it takes a little bit of brains to realize that all of it is, anyways. Agreed. Yeah. It's blind faith, unfortunately. It is blind faith, and just investigate a little bit. It's not going to kill you. Religion can be taboo, but it is nice to talk about. See, it shouldn't be that way though. Some people can get very passionate about things like this, and I mean like extremely passionate, and get offended. I never shy away from it. Good. Because talks like this is what makes us realize what's wrong and what's false. Like if I'm saying something wrong, you can just tell me. Uh, yes, it must be with people with open minds. Yeah. If I'm saying something wrong, if there's anything wrong with what I'm saying, you can address it, and I will. If it is, I will see if it is actually wrong. I will change my mind. If it is not, then I will say otherwise, and I will, you know, try to sort of like convince you. I'm not. This is not an argument, but just like try to defend my position, right? Uh, yeah, this is what discussions like this help us get to the truth, and that's what people sort of you can say are scared of the truth, because most people, and I can understand, all of their lives have had like this one belief, right? And then you come and tell them that their whole belief system is wrong. It must be very rough on them. And so if a person follows their you know stupid reptilian brains, I don't believe in reptilians, by the way, but their stupid like animalistic brain, the first thing that they would do, they would lash out and be like, no, you're wrong, I am right, I have believed in this my whole life, therefore it must be right. And they will not understand, right? Some people do that. Some people will do that, but then take time to be like, oh yeah, wait, maybe they are onto something, right? And they will slowly get a sense of like, yeah, maybe what I believed is wrong. And some people just will gladly accept it, and will be so open-minded that they would be open to discussion. We always thrive to be the people from the third from the third part, and you know, there are beliefs that I hold, that I have believed my whole life that may be wrong. And I'm not talking about religion. It's not even about religion. It's about, you know, my self-identity, for example. I spent most of my life talking bad about myself. I spent most of my life saying bad stuff about myself. How I'm stupid, how I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm a failure, and stuff like that. And that is wrong. Like, it took me a long time to get that habit out of my system. And it's you know, it sucks, but you need to be courageous to face things that are different from you. We humans are very scared of what's different, and it's a natural response, I guess. Good for you. I'm glad you're growing. Thank you. I really appreciate that. You know, bravery, I don't know, I'm gonna butcher this, but bravery is the combination of being scared and doing it anyways, right? A lot of things scare me, but I know I should do them in order to grow. And that's what I did with me not talking bad about myself. Religion should be the same as well. You should be ready to take the L, as they say, right? I truly enjoyed chatting with you, friend. You seem like a very positive person. Thank you. I try. I try. I'm not perfect. I never am. I always make mistakes. I make mistakes every day. But this is something that you always what's the word? Aim to be better every day in the littlest thing. And you know, hopefully we can get somewhere. Yeah. Anyways, all right. I think we can end the stream here. This was very fun. Man, I get very emotional talking about this because it's rough. It gets rough. It is very rough to just like fight yourself. Every day, life is just a fight. But we're here, you know. We're not going anywhere. We all have to go through it. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate every single one of you. Kimberly, it is amazing to have you. I really enjoyed this. And I really appreciate you. You know, you should come more often. Say hi. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and peace the freak out.